Seriously.
Got it.
Got it. Got it. These greetings. Islam. I'm Moroccan Roy, and this is our 7-day traffic medical astro weather report. Yeah.
I know, right? I tried to really hide myself, but I couldn't do it, right? But
Having
anyway,
Having fun.
right, you guys usually don't see me when I'm doing Astrology Street, right? However, you know, I just figured like this has some fun, right? Like Brother Jagger pointed out, he's like Mercury and Pisces, right? Because Mercury rules the lungs, arms, shoulders, and hands. And so, you know, socks go on your Pisces, which is your feet. So I have my hands in socks. So that's Mercury and Pisces, right? See, so you know, Mercury and Pisces isn't so bad. You know how people are like, oh, Mercury and Pisces, it doesn't do so great. But really, Mercury and Pisces, right? When you're putting a voice in theater, see that? Because Mercury is communication in theater. So that's voice acting, actually, when you think about it. So voice acting with what? With a hand in a sock. See more Mercury and Pisces. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So that's kind of like how it goes, sort of. But anyhow, okay, got it on that one too. Make sure I'm hitting got it on everything. Let's wrap Moroccan Roy up, right? And guys, we do welcome you all, and I'm gonna just kind of do my best to just move this at the same time. Let's hit the screen share here, because we got a short time, and we're gonna kind of, well, I know that I'm doing a freestyle Wednesday with the 7 Hill Star numerical delineation technique, guys. You won't be getting too much technicality out of me today. All I'm gonna be doing is just using the numerical delineation technique that we are all certified, 7 Hill Star astrology certified, that we all, you know, share with you guys when we're actually doing our diverse testimonies, correct? And so where we're looking here, guys, I want to welcome you, of course. Let's go back to the cover. So our 7 Hill Star astro calendar, March Aries 2022 to February Pisces 2023. Time never was when man was not. And we're quoting El Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, doing religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And we're dealing with the month that has both the water sign Pisces and the fire sign Aries in it. Pisces, the water sign, the fishes being ruled anciently by Jupiter and contemporarily co-ruled by Neptune. Aries, the fire sign pertaining to the ram, ruled by Mars. And this cycle in particular, guys, we are knocking out the 17th to the 23rd for March 2022. I have the I have the Friday, which is the 18th. But Brother Terrell Tamari Bey has the 17th. I have the 18th. Brother Sean Alim L has the 19th and the 20th, which is Saturday and Sunday. I have the 21st. All righty. I have the 21st, and Brother Terrell Tamari Bey has the 22nd, and Brother Sean Alim L closes us out for Odin's Day, Woden's Day, the 23rd, March 2022. All righty. And guys, with that being said, you know, Brother Sean is bringing in the solar ingress, guys, right? And what I'll do actually, you know, move those emojis. Like I left them there so you guys can see where it was previous. However, I'm going to do another calendar and move those emojis on down, guys, so that, you know, once it gets further into, you know, the cycle, you guys are used to seeing where the sun actually was. So I'm going to produce another calendar. Got to go into Photoshop and move those emojis around, but it's all good. Make sure I get that work done. So with that being said, guys, let's get to our diverse testimonies. Let me get my pad here and let's get the screen share going. All righty, let's get us started at the 16th, shall we? Let's get us on Stizzarded. Change this to a 1 and a 6. All right. And let's find that sunrise to start off Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, for he has Thursday and the Tuesday. And let's make sure we make this a 0. Right? And I think we're there. We're looking good, right? And your first one is before sunrise, your first testimony, correct? So let me make sure. Oh, no, it's after. All right. Guess I was good.
We're looking at 17.
Yeah, yours is after
17.
sunrise. So that's good. I just want to make sure I got everything copaesthetically done correctly here. All righty, you all. Thank you all so much again for joining us. And we are underway with our diverse testimonies. And I yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased. First of all, first and foremost, guys, you know, what we didn't do, let's kind of come on back real quick. Hold on one second, right? Because we just kind of a rock and Roy, just kind of just let that thing on slide. Peaceful greetings, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco. Let's look next. Right. And I'm here with my magnificent brothers in whom I'm well pleased. And they are.
It's always an awkward moment, like who's gonna go?
It's always
like
you.
it's
It's
like
always
double
you
dutch.
first.
It's like the double dutch of introductions. It's like y'all both like
You gonna go with me alone? You no.
Okay. All right. So we'll do this. All right. In the
water.
orders of which we were certified. Let's do it. Okay. So that means Brother Terrell is first. All right. And then Brother Sean. Is that fair? Can we go in the order of which we were professionally certified?
Sure.
Nationally certified.
Right.
Nationally, professionally, industriously certified. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Islam. I am Terrell Tamari Bey. How are you?
And I am Brother Sean Alim. All is well.
Islam. Absolutely, guys. And now, moving forward to our screen share so we can do our diverse testimonies, correct? Let's get it going.
Alrighty, we're going to go to the 17th of March, right? Yes. It's Eloah Sextile. The first, when is sunrise for that day? 6:43, I think.
Hold on, one moment. Pardon me. We're looking for the 17th, correct?
Yes, sir.
I still have it on. 2 moments. Boom, shut it out. Make this happen real quick. Find it. Here we are. There we go.
Have. All right, 7:18, 0718 minutes, 54 seconds exactly near the Baltimore Corporation. Alrighty, yeah, this is cool. So yeah, get active as always. Start your day. Do things that you like to do. So we got 3 aspects for tomorrow from today. First aspect was Mercury and Uranus, right? Mercury is in the 12th, Uranus is in the 1st, right? 12 degrees, 12 minutes. Mercury, of course, and Uranus, both 12 degrees, 12 minutes. Yeah, so this is this is like that psychic abilities are unfolding here. You may be surprising yourself, or you could get some, messages, text messages, letters, something that may surprise you, so to speak. Yeah, but this is very different and sporadic. This is again, like last cycle, we were talking about that light bulb moment. This is pretty much that too, because you're basically getting, this is a clarity moment with Mercury being in Pisces in the 12th house, right? They say it's Mercury's in fall, right? And then it's in the 12th house. So it's like, you may need to know what you need to let go to just basically transform, one's status or who you are, But yeah, like I said, you could definitely be reading something or getting some sort of information from someone that may help you mentally, or psychologically.
Man, it's a lot of 12 energy.
Yeah.
Pisces, 12th house, 12 degrees, 12 minutes, all that 12 energy.
Right. And then yeah, that's like very Piscean. It's very like dreamy. So maybe some dreams are coming true, so to speak. It's possible. Very possible. Yeah, so what is it? As a Man Thinketh. Should read that book on this day, around this time. You know what? I was gonna go grab it, but no, never mind. Moving on. I'm gonna move on. So yeah, just get active though in your intellectual pursuits, though, the things that you love, or that intellectually stimulates you, or that stimulates your mind. You know, stay active in it. So the moon is going to oppose Jupiter, right? So the moon's in Virgo and Jupiter is in Pisces, right? The moon's in the 5th, Jupiter's in the 11th. Yeah, so this would be a great time for reconciliation, you know, figuring out how to bring different talents together, or different creative, you know, abilities together. How do they work together? You know, like it's like, yes, the moon was just in Leo, so it's basically like you just put on your royal garb, so to speak, but now the moon is in Virgo, so it's like you now realize you're this king who has to serve the people. And how do you do that? Right? In regards of not harming the people, though, you know, you're being fair. Let's put it like that. You're being balanced, harmonious, just. That's the word. You're being justice. Yes, Jesus being justice. Jesus, justice. Yes. So yeah, you know, yeah, that Venus in the 10th house. Yeah. Staying prudent in one's, you know, or staying prudently on one's path, right? Just prudent. That's the key word for this aspect. Yeah. Stay away from debates and stuff like that, because this could be a lot of religious debating here about their belief systems. So, you know, beliefs are for children. You know, we don't need to debate with someone about what they believe. Their beliefs are for them. That's that. You know, so yeah, just, you know, stay on your path. No need to bicker and, you know, go back and forth with someone who likes to you know, not heal themselves, I guess. Yeah. What did I say to Brother Corey earlier? How do we heal? How do we help people who enjoy being sick? Yeah, that's the question. How do you help someone who enjoys being sick? All right. So yeah, just move on. Yeah. Don't let aloofness, you know, or folly, you know, place you in the wolf's den. Yeah. And the last aspect, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Moon is going to oppose Neptune. Yeah, so it's, you know, just stand ahead of the falsehood. You know, knowing what resonates with your heart. Yeah, because the Moon is conjunct Dinabola. That's the Leo constellation, Lion constellation. Yeah, opposing Neptune in the 7th house, right? So yeah, you know, just basically know who you're relating with and why you're relating with them. What is your value system and why you value it? How you going to it, bro? Yeah, what we got? What is that? Was I right? 23, Virgo. Yeah.
It's close. Yeah, it's within North. I think it's within North. Yeah, it's about 1 degree, 28 minutes of movement. So it'll be at 21:58.
Yeah, it's there. So that's, yeah. So what's that say? Sad to bring honors and wealth, but leading eventually to disgrace, despair, regrets, misfortune. Yeah. Yeah. And then there's opposing Neptune. So, right. Yeah. Just watch out for that aloofness that most energies like to play to get their upper hand, I guess. And watch yourself doing it too. You know, observe yourself, you know, being insincere, because the sincerity is going to, you know, nature responds to sincerity. So if you're being sincere, this is like basically, you know, you're already on top of this type of stuff. It's just, you know, it's frivolous, so to speak. So, you know, seriously, yeah, consider who you're relating with, because Neptune, I mean, 7th house is, you know, relationships, contracts, business. Yeah, so, you know, someone else's sorrow isn't yours, so to speak. So don't let people put their spirit on you here. Really, you know what serves you, you know, in your, you know, emotional stability or your memory, you know, because, you know, your mind, memory, your mind never forgets, you know, it's quoting CM Bey, memory, your mind never forgets. So, you know, don't fall for the bullshit. Just being, you know, frank. Don't fall for the bullshit, right? Just be prudent. Be disciplined in your in serving yourself and someone else. You know what I mean? Yeah. And trust your intuition too. Seriously. I yield the floor with that. Yeah. Oh, herbs too. You know, get into your herbology if you haven't been. Study your herbs. That's important. Yeah, I yield.
All righty, Islam. Going to the next sunrise for Friday, holy day, right? It's a holy degree, right? Venus day, Iloa Ana Il is the cosmological, quote unquote, holy name for that day, a holy appellation for that day. For the 18th March 2022, at 0717 minutes and 19 seconds thereafter, we have the sun conjunct the ascendant, which we term sunrise at 27 degrees, Pisces 50 minutes, which is just 50 minutes pertaining to arc past the exact degree that Venus is exalted in Pisces. All righty. And for my first testimony, I'm providing testimony for the solar lunar reflection termed full moon. And that is actually happening previously. So let me hit this previous button first and then hit it. Hey, I did it right the first time. At 0317 minutes and 24 seconds thereafter, we have a solar lunar reflection where the moon is in Virgo at 27 degrees, 40 minutes in the 8th house. And the sun is at 27 degrees Pisces, 40 minutes in the 3rd. So for my numerical delineation here, guys, I have a 5-12-3, which gives me a creativity, spirituality, communication, reflecting. So we have some creative spiritual communication reflecting some home service inheritance. So when it comes to this type of thinking, guys, I will really say that what we're doing is we're allowing ourselves to take ourselves seriously and making sure we're finding out the details and the things that we are really finding values when we're relating with others. Because 8th house is the 2nd house to relationships, to the 7th house. So we're going to really reflect upon the things that we value in our relationships and how we actually, in detail, actually and reflectively value these things when interacting with others. Maybe you may find yourself finishing someone's sentence, so to speak, of course, with the ego and personality there in a Mercury-filled Pisces, so to speak. However, in this particular 3rd house here, with Jupiter and Neptune really controlling the 3rd, it would just really speak to, you know, us really having a means to really expand our self-disciplines that we are, allowing to happen within inside of ourselves, sort of unspoken, however, very, very, very much so inspired by those maybe in our past, maybe those people from our past that we may have found annoying. However, now we are listening slow and being able to benefit from those things that were said from those interactions in the past, and now finding ourselves benefiting and maybe even having a sense of missing those that we learned from, because now what's being realized, and this is a good thing, but what's being realized is how foolish some people may have been. However, now you're able to allow the dictates of your soul to shine from those things that are being communicated, from that which is being controlled by some expansive self-discipline, which will allow you to inherit the things necessary in relating to others so you can move on to communicating those higher things to others. Moving forward to my next testimony, we have a Lunar Plutonian trine here. So next for my Lunar Plutonian trine, which marks the moon void of course, where we'll be void of course after this aspect for 3 hours and 15 minutes. So that means until about 726 minutes thereafter, guys, between this time and 7:26 a.m., make no purchases at all, right? Or if you do, just make sure you're very wise of what's going on. Maybe some of you guys out there, you're behind the land conveyance wheel. Maybe you're a trucker. You like to get warm beverages, right? And with your warm beverage, make sure, you don't forget something that you normally like to accent it with, maybe you like some additive liquids to it, or additive granulated substances also within your warm beverages. Maybe you may forget it. I'm just saying, do your best to be mindful of that. However, we have this Lunar Plutonian trine here. Luna is here again, rocking the 8th house stage, right? While it's acting out this Virgoan script here. So again, we have a 4-6-8 energy here with the moon. However, we have this harmony with an ascending transformation, right? We have an ascending Pluto here, 28 degrees, Capricorn, 10 minutes. And as I promised, guys, I'm just going to use numerical delineations. I'm going to leave it to my brothers to give you degrees and lunar mansions and things of that nature, provided it's in their reports. If not, whatever. It is what it is. I know you guys really have heard us give many different styles of giving diverse testimonies to add up to our full synthesis term delineations. So as of right now, I'm just going to give you guys a numerical delineation as promised. All righty. So we have a 4-6-8 energy here with Luna. And we have right here also with Pluto. Okay, Pluto's that 8 energy there, right? That contemporary 8 energy assisting Mars when it comes to Scorpio. However, we have the 8-10-1 energy, which is really having this essential inheritance for ourselves. So we're allowing ourselves to have this immense harmony between the way that we're really securing the details in our inheritance, or securing the details in a way that we're transforming ourselves ultimately, so that we can be able to ascend in our transformation in essentially. So, you're getting the essential details here with your subconscious and self-transformations, because the moon's rocking the 8th house, right? And you have the 1st house, rocking Pluto as the ascension happens here with this stellium in the 1st house. Even, this 1st house stellium is involving Pluto, Mars, Venus, and Saturn. So we can see how this transformative ascension is happening very actively and bringing out the values that allow us to bring forth the essentials, even within, because I'm just now trining all the energy to the houses now, even within ourselves subconsciously, so that we can be able to inherit the details necessary from what's ascending at this moment in time and in our lives collectively. 3 hours and 15 minutes, void of course, which means Luna is aspecting nothing as it finishes its egress in Virgo before it ingresses Libra. So let's get that Libra glyph up there. Boom, shakalakas. and a 0-degree aspect to let us know that we're doing an ingress here in Libra at 0700 25 minutes and 42 seconds thereafter, and stopping the iPhone. All righty, so right here we have Libra ingressing. Hey, I have a Brother Regulus Time Star Muhammad Bey kind of moon aspect here. All righty, so I have Luna rocking that 476 energy right now. All righty, so we have that home relating service energy here, guys. So I'm just really allowing ourselves, guys. I know we're finding some balance between work and home. So a lot of people may be even finding themselves probably redecorating their home and workspace now, really getting settled into that. Because, the spirit's here, spirit and vertex. Moon's right between spirit and vertex. So I just really say that we're coming to some faded point in our career that we are really, kind of getting settled in, how we're going about our everyday entrepreneurial endeavors, or we're allowing ourselves to really allow those that we work with be able to share their ideas and really make their contributions necessary. So to lighten your load a little bit, all right, to give you a little bit more balance, take a little weight off your shoulders. All righty. So with that being said, I'm going to move forward to my next testimony. And this is after Luna ingresses Libra here. All righty. Next, I have a solar Plutonian sextile here. So let's get this solar Plutonian sextile on your screen. Solar Plutonian sextile, did I get that right?
Oh, no, you got Uranus on that, bro.
Oh, pardon me. I did click Uranus, didn't I? Hit the wrong circle emoji there. Pardon, lame-moi. Let's go previous. Right? Apply date. It's all good. And boom, shakalaka. Am I good? There we go. 15, 36, and 57 seconds thereafter, guys, we have a solar Plutonian sextile. We have the sun at 28 degrees, Pisces, 11 minutes in the 8th house. A lot of 8th house action here, guys. When you see this, I had an 8, 8, 6, and now another 8 energy here, guys. So we're really doing we're really transforming here, guys. We're like Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox right now. All righty, so we're just really doing the transforming things right now, right? So if you're doing your best and staying sincere and humble, I guess you would be Bumblebee in this moment. So here we go. A working little bumblebee. All right, anyway, here we go. We have the solar Plutonian sextile here. Pluto, again, is at 28 degrees Capricorn, 11 minutes, and it is rocking the 6th house stage as it performs this Capricornian script. And we have Sun rocking the 8th house stage as it is performing this Piscean script. Now, guys, again, we have here a 5, 12, 8 kind of energy. We're really being creative with our spiritual inheritance. We're really being creative in our spiritual transformation. And we're doing that by making sure we're really harmonizing and servicing ourselves and others with the way of transforming some essential structures really within our self-discipline between within the group. Because if you really want to look at this, when it really comes to the 7th house, 6th house is the 12th house to the 7th. All right, 6th house is the 12th house to the 7th. So we're really disciplining ourselves here before really interacting with other people. So we're allowing ourselves to really find that harmony between our heart and actually the higher portions of our spirit being, so to speak, or our causal being. And allowing our causal being, or our spirit being, to really come into play in really setting the structure for the essentials that are necessary in servicing not only ourselves, but also others that we may work with. And in working with those, we working with others, colleagues, or so-called in-house competition. However, that is also the house where we actually discipline ourselves to have a much better relating situation once we go into that 7th house. So that's kind of like how I'm looking at it from a derived house situation. So we're allowing our hearts to really play out on the stage of, other people's property. We're really dealing with trust here and making sure that we're finding the values in trust and being able to transform the essentials in our workplaces, actually, or where we actually allow ourselves to even, you like to go for a walk or a jog and you take your pets and stuff like that. You may have some new dog park courtesy that's happening there. or you may see some new thing that allows it to be a lot easier for all of the quote unquote patrons at the dog park. And with that, I'm going to bring up this solar ascendant conjunction here for my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Sean Alim. And I yield the floor. Islam.
Islam, bro. Islam. All righty. So we about to have Sol rising, right? The sun, conjunct the ascendant. So sunrise here at let's see, 07 hours, 15 minutes, 45 seconds. So with the sun being in Pisces, just some loving affirmations when you rise, something just to get your day going. And then I will just get on to me first aspect. And we will have Lunar trining Mars.
Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Hold on one moment. I think I hit it twice. One moment. I didn't change the aspect. Hold on. Here we go. That's on me. That's not on you. And go. Boom, shagalaga. There you go, broski.
All righty. So we have Luna at 9 degrees, 40 minutes Libra. There in the 10th house at the degree of courage and triumph, right? And that is trining or making a harmonious aspect with Mars at 9 degrees, 40 minutes Aquarius in the 2nd house, I will say. And we have Mars at the, at the executive and presidential degree. So just to bear testimony is when it comes to the subconscious and ambition, there is this harmonic sense, right? This harmonic energy between those two. So whether it's physically, mentally, or, forces outside of, our natural senses and control, there is this period of, or this feeling of triumph to take one's own executive and national values more seriously. A new sense of self-awareness brings an ultimate end to old and lower self ways of contracting and domestic affairs, home affairs, and also professional affairs. And to finish out, there could be an index or a guide to one's destiny or fate that will present itself as an effect from the initial cause of being love and honor. And for that testimony, I would yield for Luna trining Mars. And then we will just move on to the next aspect, and we will have Luna trining Venus. So we have Luna at 12 degrees, 11 minutes Aquarius. Libra in the 8th house. And we have Venus at 12 degrees, 11 minutes Aquarius in the 1st house. All righty. So when it comes to the moon, we can say, let's see, America, we got 4, 7, 8. So, just some childhood transformation that you could share, maybe some of your childhood dreams that you could have been having lately. And just to get into my testimony, I have memories, dreams, and nostalgia of one's childhood life and upbringing comes to the surface. And this brings a new sense of mutual understanding between self, the inner child, and any relations of partnerships. This also could be a time to where veils are being removed to help one see through the storm to the sunny rays of one's destiny. And a new journey awaits, for those, for us to go towards our ultimate attainment and our hopes and wishes. So, just pay attention to how you're feeling, to the subconscious, and just listen to your heart and be your heart, and things will unfold if you're paying attention to that inner nature. And for that testimony, I will yield for Luna trining Venus for on the Saturn day. So, some structured love and emotions right here. And I will get to, let's see what we got next. My next aspect. So we have Venus squaring Uranus, right? So it's Saturday, March 19th. And it's 07 hours, 16 minutes. So we have Venus at 12 degrees, 17 minutes in the 11th house. And we have Uranus at 12 degrees, 17 minutes in the 2nd house. So when it comes to Venus, being our love principles and how we want to connect or unite, there is this restriction or lesson that we must grow. But with this, it brings a radical change and new thoughts forward. And so I'll get, right into my testimony as a time of resistance. It could seem like pertaining to our obligations, possessions, and priorities. Our heart's desires change, but at the same time, we must realize the structure of our thinking and dreaming. This would be a good time to use any mental or physical challenge as fuel to the fire to harmoniously create new radical thoughts and principles that extend not only the imagination, but the value principles that allows one to connect and share with others. So, if you've been kind of feeling, alone, or like you just don't fit in, or you just can't get along with people, just, use that Taurus, that, Uranus and Taurus energy, especially in the second house, just to reassess your values, and look at where you need to grow and how you can improve. And then once you make that on the inner, you can share that on the outer with others, and they'll also be able to share as well. And now that we are in this love instead of hate type energy, we can connect now once we get to the intellect and reason and not the emotions. And for that, I will yield. And then I'm gonna get on to the next aspect. So, still on this lovely Saturn day, we will have Luna trying Saturn. All right, see, so we have Luna at 20 degrees, 52 minutes, Libra in the first house. And we have Saturn at 20 degrees, 52 minutes, Aquarius in the fifth house. All right, so we have Saturn there at the degree of faith. And just a quick little 3-word statement for Lunar trining Saturn is harmonious intellectual structure. And I will get into my testimony as this is an opportunity to take advantage of the harmonious energy between balancing our mind and emotions and structuring the mental intellect of self to understand the all. So, just taking this opportunity to go into your subconscious, going within and to structure it within and without, so that you can start to understand and be open to connecting with the all, right? And what does one truly desire? What do you desire? And what we desiring is that in harmony with nature's law and the consciousness of the all. You just have to ask yourself that and look in the mirror and, get your answer. And, to keep going, the faith that we have kept in ourselves now brings a dual understanding of how we relate to others and where we stand in society. And to wrap it up, not getting emotional about truth or Ruth, that will shine the light on the half-truths, and a new seeds are being planted to uplift the minds of the children. And let's see, and that is my final delineation for that day. So I will yield to my magnificent bro, Islam.
It's on you, bro. You got Saturday. It's still you.
Oh, wait, we got one more. Oh, yeah. We got Saturday,
Saturday,
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, I'm playing. All right. So, we just gonna keep it going, It's like, we freestyling, they drop the beat, but you keep going. I thought it was gonna throw you off. Nah, so we got the sunrise here on a lovely Sunday, March 20th, 2022 at 07 hours, 14 minutes. So just with the sun, kind of closing out, maybe when you wake up this day, really reflect on your progress and how far that you have came since the last winter going into spring, and really just your whole life, just love yourself, look at the good, look at the bad, reflect on that as the sun's about to transition into a new energy. So get some of that loving wisdom of self and just be ready to take new action. So all right, let's get to my first aspect. We will have Luna squaring Pluto. All right, so we have Luna pardon me, at 28 degrees, 13 minutes Libra in the 6th house. And we have Pluto at 28 degrees, 13 minutes Capricorn in the 10th. All right, so with Luna trining Pluto, not trining, excuse me, squaring Pluto, this is just a opportunity to take any struggles to transform the emotional blocks and struggles. So we have Luna at the degree of hospitality and Heron, and Pluto at the degree of the exaltation of Mars, right? So for my testimony, I will get into that this is a chance or opportunity to be active and not emotional when it comes to the changes of one's foundational roots, exterior agencies and forces that are out of our control, and the daily routine that has served its purpose. Not letting emotional stress turn into disputes that could deem harmful. Also, for those that exercise, don't go too hard on this day, even though you feel like the opposite, like you could do twice the work. And just to finish out, previous struggles before now gets the chance to be transformed, which brings clarity to the mentality between self-authority and those who are in quote unquote authority. And I will yield for that aspect, and Luna will go void of course for 11 hours and 4 minutes after this. So for the void of course, it is no major purchases.
Well, time out. 1 second. Hold on.
Hold on 4 minutes. So it would be 1940.
This was the 20th, right?
20th, yes.
And it is, hold on, 3 hours and 4 minutes you got, I think. Because it's going to ingress Scorpio, right? On the same day?
Yes.
I got my brother's back. I got your back, bro. It's all good. I'll be knowing how it be. But at 11:44, yes, it'll be complete. It's 3 hour and 4 minute void, of course. You are exactly correct.
All right.
Is that correct? Am I reading that correctly? Is it
3 hours and 4 minutes? Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we got our bro back. That's all. Just make sure we got bro back. All right, do your thing, brother Sean. Do your thing.
Gratitude indeed for having my back.
Got you.
All right, so for that voided course, no major purchases, and I will get to my next aspect, which will be the sun or soul ingressing Aries. And for those, they go, for the world that go by this, it is the astrological new year. Yay!
Yeah! Awesome!
No, really, it's really the new year, guys. It's officially now. I know some people are like it's already 1442. For me, technically, and even though you go check Al Hijri, which is based on the moon, when you're subtracting 580 years pertaining to, when you're reading Clock of Destiny, all righty, and you're subtracting the 580 years, right? Then technically we're coming into 1442 based on Clock of Destiny. Right? Time never was when man was not. However, yes, definitely New Year's. And it looks like it's an 11. Is it an? Oh, it's a 10th house kind of New Year's. Okay, go ahead. I yield.
All righty. So, the numeric code for, the sun ingressing Aries will go 5, 10, and 1, right?
So 5, 1, 10. Yep. Actor, script, stage. 5, 1, 10.
So, all right. With the sun now ingressing Aries, this is a great chance to move forward with the lessons, progress, and wisdom that we meditated on the rise this morning, right? And that we learned since the last vernal equinox. So now opportunities could be showing themselves to relate more to society through our career and occupation. So, this, since a period of kind of feeling like, you can't connect now with this energy coming in. Now everyone be feeling the rebirth of the earth, and everyone is also going through a rebirth, right? So the rebirth of earth or Midgard brings joy to the collective. New and past opportunities get their shine and credit. Planning trips. Some people could be planning trips, just to have some fun and explore. And there could be also others that are planting new seeds to create one's own destiny. And for that, I will yield for this astrological new year, or the
You know what I think is amazing about this too, Brother Sean? The fact that the solar lunar ingresses back to back are in Mars ruled signs, while Mars is at the degree where Mercury went retrograde. And I'm serious, like it's amazing to look at. Okay, all right, any hoosers. Boom, there we go. I yield.
All righty. So next, we have on this, let's see, we've got.
Oh, pardon, moi. Did we go too far again? What is happening here? There we go. I think I hit the button twice. Pardon me. That's this pen, man. They get sensitive. I'd be double tapping, and I didn't think I double tap. My apologies. Here we go. There you go. Right there. Boom, shakalaka.
Right. So Sunday or Soul Day, March 20th at 1100 hours, 44 minutes, we have Luna ingressing Scorpio. All right. So, 0 degrees Scorpio is the sensuous and passionate degree, right? So with Luna, I will bear the testimony. With Luna ingressing Scorpio, it is a great time to dive into the deeper mysteries of life outside of us and within us. Let's see. Intense, passionate conversations could be taking place during these 2.5 days. Others could be wanting to change and clean up their home environment, whether that's spleen cleaning and energetically cleaning, and taking occult knowledge and getting creative in our own creative way. All right. And also not getting lost in the waters called desire, or caught up in the thoughts about that car named Desire as well, or that conveyance named Desire. All right, a great time since it's the first day of spring or the vernal equinox, and with the moon moving into the cold waters of Scorpio. All right, so let's transform the self-mysteries into creative outlets, reflecting on the progress one has made and planting creative seeds into the subconscious. So we have, the sun ingressing into Aries for spring, and we have the moon ingressing Scorpio the same day. So it's like a creative fire upliftment and an understanding of self-mystery, right? So, life purpose and the subconscious. And for that is my last testimony, and I will yield to my bros, Islam.
Islam. All righty. I'm up next. So let's hit this solar ascendant ingress. And peaceful greetings to all of you that are watching via YouTube. Peaceful greetings to you all, beloveds, and Islam to you all. And thank you for joining us for our, when I say our, not just us here at 7 Hill Star, that's you included, our 7-day tropic medical astro weather report. So thank you guys all so much for joining us. I made sure I holler at you guys in the chat also. So you guys are awesome. All righty. So here we go for the 21st March 2021. All righty. The next day after that solar ingress into Aries, right? Tropic Aries, that is, right? And that's the point where the sun's path and the sun and the Earth's equator intersect. That's 0 degrees Aries. 0 degrees Aries is where the celestial equator, so we're projecting the Earth's equator out to see where it intersects with the sun's path. And that there on 2 portions would be 0 degrees Aries and 0 degrees Libra, thus giving you the earth-bound astrology termed tropic astrology from the Greek tropos, which means turn around. All righty. So in moving forward, here we go. Monday, 21st of March, that's Moon Day, right? 2022, 0712 minutes and 33 seconds thereafter. We have this solar ascending conjunction here termed sunrise, all righty? So you guys can get your rise and shine while the sun is there in its exaltation sign, right? It'll be at exaltation once it hits 19 degrees Aries. So you give it about 19 days, and that's when the sun will be exalted, all righty? So looking for my first out of 7 I have actually 7. So I'm definitely enjoying a freestyle Wednesday today with my numerical delineation. I'll tell you what. All right. So here we go. We're having a Mercurial Jupiterian conjunction here, guys. and it is happening prior to sunrise. Let me hit that previous button, and oh, hold on, didn't mean to do that. And hit that one time there, ski. At 0200, 6 minutes and 7 seconds thereafter, we have a Mercurial Jupiterian conjunction here at 18 degrees Pisces, 45 minutes in the third house. So Mercury's having this accidental dignity in the third house. So it's feeling kind of comfortable there in the third house. However, it's in Pisces, supposedly in a sign where it's opposite its exaltation, where it's not held on high as much. But we already told you guys in the beginning here, Mercury in Pisces is voice, Mercury acting, Pisces, or also, sock puppeting, because your hand, Mercury, is in the sock, Pisces covering, right? So let's see here, how are we communicating that? Well, it looks like looky, Astro Cookie. That is a theater waiting to happen, guys. We are speaking and expanding the theater here, or the institutions pertaining to self-disciplining ourselves with the way that we expand our thinking and communication within. So at this point, guys, we're really allowing ourselves to really take our ways that we think and expand that to our spiritual communications within. And what I mean by that are breath descendant communications, right? Because with spiritual being Neptunian and Jupiterian, spirit means breath, and breath happens in the lungs ruled by Mercury. All righty. So I would take it to make sure that we are really, guys, pay attention to your breathing. Maybe do your best to actually read maybe The Science of Breath by Yogi Ramacharaka. Maybe that'll assist you. Maybe look at some things where you will comprehend further the art pertaining to breathing. Next, we have a lunar Martian quartile here. Lunar Martian quartile. All right, so we have a lunar Martian quartile here. So we have a 90-degree aspect, which deals with challenge and obstacles. For me, I like to look at what challenge are we about to overcome with whatever obstacles are there. So, with our numerical delineation here, I know I didn't really do numerical delineation on that last one, but I actually did. I just used the words without actually telling you the numbers here. However, let's actually take a look here at this square. We have Luna at 0 degrees Taurus, 3 minutes. Hold on, are we too far? I think I went previous too much. Pardon me. One moment. That's where I want to be on the 21st, correct? My apologies. I hit that previous button, y'all. Forgot to send it to next. It should be at 0700, 16 minutes and 21 seconds thereafter. Too cool to be embarrassed. Y'all already know, guys. I build it while I fly it. Islam. Here we go. You already, bro. You already. 0 degrees. Pardon me. 0700, 16 minutes and 21 seconds thereafter. We have Luna at 11 degrees Scorpio, 23 minutes, and that is giving a 90-degree aspect, challenge and obstacle, so to speak. When it comes to Mars in Aquarius at 11 degrees, 23 minutes in the 11th house, looky, that double 11 energy for Mars. So our numerical delineation here would be a 487. So right now we're just finding our ways to really secure our transformative relationships or secure the debts that we have contracted also. And in doing that, we are able to, actively maybe count on our friends to, gain some things, whether it's knowledge or maybe some financial assistance in doing so. 9 times out of 10, I would like for us to know that it would be knowledge, because if it's anything, any debts for any debt collection, and it's a third party interloper that has actually, collected and bought, so to speak, quote unquote, some debt from another company or whatever, and they're calling you, I trust that you know contract law well enough to ask for the original documentation. And in that case, they'll never be able to produce that. So they can completely dismiss that claim. All righty. So that's kind of how I look at that there, guys, because also it happened in the 7th house. The 11th house is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses from how we relate to others. So we're really being creative in how we're making sure we're, actively transforming our values and making sure that we're disciplining ourselves so we'll never have to come back to this type of experience again as far as that. So this is a lessons learned kind of energy, right? And you're getting a little help from the crew. You might be up for oral exam, so to speak. You're supposed to be there kind of relating what it is that from your own subconscious mind and your own, investigative studies. And then you got your buddies in the background cheering you on there. So you're going to overcome that obstacles. by finding a little help from your friends. But anyway, that's the Wonder Years, right? Anyway, moving right along, we're going to go next into this lunar Uranian reflection here. So lunar Uranian reflection, right? Let's get that going and hit the next button there. Alrighty, so guys, we have Luna again, still chilling in Scorpio, right? What some people call, oh, it's the worst signs for the moon to be in. I don't know. I don't really subscribe to the whole, like, I'll say malefic and benefic based on the different so-called quote unquote branches of astrology that I've read on, and I'll use the language jurisdictionally within those branches. However, for me, myself, according to my studies and where I'm traveling within my own, I just kind of look at it as energy. How is that energy expressed, and what are the tendencies? What's the tendencies of a 4, 8, 6 kind of energy with the moon in Scorpio in the 6th house? We're just kind of looking at that with, us really, again, securing those things behind the scenes at work, right? This is like managerial accounting here, right here. You're trying to secure those things behind the scenes, security, moon behind the scenes, Scorpio at work, 6th house. And we're actually seeing that actually reflecting, this maybe bit of rebellion. I hope there's not like a strike at work there that's on the rise, right? So we're also looking at that taking place in the 12th house, which is a business house also, but maybe there's some self-disciplines that could take place due to the fact, maybe the issues that are brought to light that may be, a painful lesson for the overall company or whatever. However, the employees are on some, we really are demanding, that the fate of our, further contracting or subcontracting really lies in the hands of us really making some, radical changes within the work environment so that, because if you really look at this, like when it comes to others, the reason why the 12th house is looked at as a bedroom pleasures house, because when it comes to relationships or how we're relating, right? If you look at it, the 6th house is the 12th to the 7th, as I said before, but however, the 12th house is actually the 12th to the 1st. So when we're looking at these two things in concept, what I'm actually saying is that when it comes to the health of the relationship, bedroom pleasures would give the health if you were looking at it as the 6th house from the 7th. However, if we're also looking at it as far as the health of the collective, if the collective from the bedroom pleasures come children, and that children actually being those, that group here that wants the radical change, if you can just learn from the pain that they're bringing to the forefront, and then that way you guys will be able to possibly, have a better balanced service within your career so that you can be able to further even solidify, even though Saturn is more of the solidifying kind of planet, but just with this moon here. And I'm just going to say the reason why I'm giving it a solidified kind of energy while it's here in Scorpio is because it's really digging into the subconscious to be able to service the entrepreneurial endeavor. So that's why I said this is managerial accounting. So it's really looking for something solid that's behind the scenes to be able to make the transformations necessary to the overall morale for the pleasure of everyone relating within that 3rd house to the career fashion, so to speak, because everybody wants to communicate and think easily so they can enjoy, themselves, quote unquote, subcontracting together. I won't say working, right? Next, we have a lunar Venusian quartile. So lunar Venusian quartile here. Let's do this. Boom. Lunar Venusian quartile. It's looking pretty awesome. And we're hitting the next there, and we have a Luna here in the 5th house at 14 degrees Scorpio, 29 minutes, again, 485. So we're really being creative with how we're really allowing our early childhood home, really play in the back of our minds and really, dig some things from the past that we could actually be creative with while also overcoming the obstacles and making sure we're really being artful. You know what I mean? Because, a lot of people are like, oh, there's a debilitation for Venus in the 8th house. It's accidental debility. However, we may be able to really find the values because, again, from the 7th house, this would be not a bad position for Venus, because Venus deals with the values. It's just that now in the 8th house is not dealing with self values, where under the horizon, the 2nd house is dealing with the self values. However, we're dealing with the values again to the overall relating conditions. So with that being said, we're really actively bringing ourselves into some form of essentially bringing out that which will transform us and allow us to overcome the obstacles and how we really are creative behind the scenes, especially if we're at home, doing our subcontractual endeavors or our entrepreneurial endeavors from home. We have a Lunar Jupiterian trine next also. This is my number 5. A Lunar Jupiterian trine next, and that is at 2000 08 minutes and 24 seconds thereafter, guys. And we still have Luna here at 18 degrees Scorpio, 56 minutes, you all. And with that being said, we have it trine that Jupiter, of course, is in, Pisces at 18 degrees Pisces, 56 minutes, guys. And what I have here for my numerical 7 heel star numerical delineation technique here, I have a 4-8-2 energy along with a 9-12, 9-12-6 energy. So guys, we are really doing our best to really this traveling abroad, right? You guys might find yourselves doing yoga at work, actually. So one of those things, even after what I just said, and the image that just came to my mind, you guys may be really finding the values and bringing some esoteric things to work because of the popularity now of the, Moorish science termed occult studies, right? All these so-called occult studies of astrology and tarot and Reiki and Rolfing and all more science, all righty? A lot of people are now going to incorporate these things in their quote unquote subcontractual spaces, termed quote unquote workplaces. All righty. And in doing this, you guys are really going to find that this is going to really 9 times out of 10 set the tone probably for the next 6 months. All righty. So that there's some wounded healing that is actually setting in the hearts or the heart of how actually things are done around that institution, so that everyone that's there giving their energy within, internally, the internal customers, right? The internal affairs are really expanding even better and just increasing the morale overall, so that we can actually find the values collectively in really doing whatever that is termed occult healing and really enjoying and finding the value in the overall science that's there also. It's that art and science thing there, finding the beauty in it. However, you're not finding the beauty until you're relieving stress or it's like an emergency. And it's like, oh man, if it wasn't for this emergency, we wouldn't find the value in this right now. It's kind of almost that energy. Lunar Mercurial trine here. That's next, and this is my next to last one at 22, 25, and 44 seconds thereafter. We have a lunar mercurial trine, guys, and I was even speaking just now. It still kind of ties in with that last one. With, of course, Luna is having a 4-8-1 now energy. There's a lot, man. You guys got to see Luna go through a few houses on this one and see how that Luna and Scorpio energy, what does it do in different houses, right? And again, this is collective here. So now we are bringing, to the forefront in the, and being driven. This is the house where we are driven to do things, right? Where after we completed our self-discipline, now we're able to, be driven to move forward and active in our personal, space in life. And on the first house stage, Luna is still acting out that Scorpion script there and allowing itself to find itself home, right? Find itself home, where it can, reinvent self, right? And in this reinventing, though, it's not one that's actually dramatic. It's just one of those where, you take a nap and you wake up and you feel refreshed. However, this refreshness is not actually one that's just, oh, I just took a nap and I woke up. It's going to be one of those refreshing things where you actually wake up with some creative unveiling. You might actually wake up and feel really artsy. You may do some things with your look. You may even do some things with your hair that people may realize like, oh, that's different. Or you may actually, it's just funny that I'm even thinking this, you may bring back a style. Like say you may see people now, like it's just really wild that I even see this in my head. But I see a Gumby, like imagine like somebody like Full Force. You guys remember like Full Force? If you don't, right, that they were like the bullies in House Party. They were like the bullies in Class Act, those Kid and Play movies. And, you know, they got like the Gumbies and high top fades with like the extreme parts on the side. That's like what I see here with this. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys seen something on like a screen that's showing a motion picture of something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was House Party or Class Act or Full Force pops up on your social media some kind of way or some sort. You know how pixel retargeting is, you know, when you speak on these devices or you're watching this on your device, and the next thing you know, a few hours later, you're like, hey man, they just said that. That's wild. No, it's not. It's pixel retargeting. However, it is also foretelling, sort of, you know, just based off of insight and intuition. Alrighty. So again, guys, we're just, you know, let yourselves be creative in how you're going to communicate and think the things that you would like to institute and expand and find really some fortune in how you're instituting these things and disciplining yourself creatively in order for your subconscious mind to really have the death and rebirth necessary for you to actually continue driven and with that drive in your and throughout your day. And finally, for the 21st, guys, because I said I had 7 of them, we have a lunar Saturnian square here, a lunar Saturnian quartile. Alrighty. So for this lunar Saturnian quartile is very interesting. It's kind of like Cancer and Capricorn comes to my mind immediately because Capricorn ruled by Saturn, Cancer is ruled by the moon. However, now it's like instead of them, which they are 180 degrees in aspect in the zodiac naturally, now their energies, their dispositing ruling energies, so to speak, are now 90 degrees from one another. So at 21 degrees, Scorpio, 5 minutes in the 12th house, which is Saturn's joy of bad daemon, as it said. However, that's where, you know, Saturn does its best because it just allows itself to kind of, you know, be able to express that self-discipline as necessary. However, Luna's there, right, on the rise. This is Lunar rise, right? This is moon rise that we have here at 2349 minutes and 12 seconds thereafter. So we have Luna. All righty. This is that 4-8-12 energy, guys. Looky, Astro Cookie. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces kind of energy. 4-8-12, home, inheritance, spirituality, guys. You can take yourselves and really go into your contemplative states. Maybe want to go ground at this time. You know, maybe you want to put your feet in the grass, or do you want to actually take a few breathing exercises and allow yourself to prepare yourself to do a rest and recharge, to prepare yourself for the next day. And with that being said, that is overcoming an obstacle, actually dealing with one who may be embarking on some astrology that's possible, because we have this 10-11 energy pertaining to Saturn, and it's dominant in Aquarius at 21 degrees, Aquarius, 5 minutes in the 3rd house. So, you know, it's just really amazing to really see that Saturn is in its house where it's dominant, but it's value, it's dominant in the values pertaining to what it rules. So, you know, it comes to just being very innovative and really allowing one's thoughts to really, you know, kind of have this, you know, neuroelectronic, you know, event and moment actually happen at this time, especially for those that are really actively wanting to find the values in this discipline where they can allow themselves to enjoy that 4-8-12 energy, when one may allow themselves to either, 1, exercise their breathing alone to themselves, or 2, some people may allow themselves to practice bringing human beings to the planet with this energy also. It's a very, very strong possibility. And even if so, make sure you guys speak first. I really think if anyone goes and takes part in coition at this moment, communication is going to be so serious, because that's what's going to allow you guys to even get in the mood, so to speak, or even like each other, so to speak. You know, you could be together or whatever, but some people may be together and not actually like each other. You may find that out too with this aspect also. That is a possibility. That I'm not calling for breakups, but I'm saying you might find out that the communication for bedroom pleasures, 12th house is paramount, even more than you actually thought of before, because you never had the time on your hands that you do now to actually even consider that as being the case. Because again, remember, the third house from the fifth house, which is the house pertaining to sex, is 11th. Third is 11th. So that's where you gain your wealth. You gain your wealth in communication there, so that the sex and the coition, so to speak, actually allows you to both enjoy each other. And I trust we're doing it in higher mind, guys. You know, don't be some national like a god, and then you're getting with Boom Quisha. Don't do it. Let Boom Quisha hook up with Pookie and Ray Ray and all the higher minded beings. Make sure you're with other higher minded beings. I'm just saying, experience. So with that being said, I would like to yield the floor. I would like to yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I am well pleased, my beloved brother Terrell Tamari Bey, Islam.
Alrighty. It's the 22nd of March that we're going on to. This is Zemael, right? Zema. All right, the sun is now in Aries. New year, put your feet in the grass. Yes. Like that fire up under your eyes. Yes. Our first aspect is going to be the moon trine Neptune. I think this is great because when the moon was opposing Neptune, this will bring that clarity with this aspect as well. The things that were hidden, so to speak. So the moon is in Scorpio, 23 degrees, 12 minutes. It's in the 10th house, right? And then Neptune is in the second, right? So the moon is in the 10th house, the second most important arc, right? Second most important. Yeah. So, dreams from on high, right? Bringing that clarity that you pretty much already knew, the things that needs to be moved around in the domicile is pretty much clear here with this time, or these dreams here, or just this action here too. Someone could be up around this order, changing things around, changing up the the feng shui of the house, so to speak. Right. But also, just really write down your dreams, record your dreams on this day. Really pay attention to them. They're definitely speaking from something that's, let's say, hidden. It may be the only reason that it's hidden, though, because you're, it's like you have a blindfold on. So just take the blindfold off. So, trust yourself. Like I was saying, with the moon opposed Neptune. So the moon is trining Neptune now. So, that intuition is heightened. So, connect to that, that ability, your psychic ability, submit to it, so to speak. And then we're going to have the moon. We're going to move on to the moon sextile Pluto, right? So then this is just that Pluto's in the 8th, moon's in the 6th, right? Had to happen, right? Moon's in the 6th house. Moon's at 28 degrees. Pluto's at 28 degrees, 15 minutes. They're both at 28, 15, right? Pluto's in the 8th house. So Pluto's basically, where he likes to be, right? He's in Capricorn. And Capricorn's in the 9th. Saturn's in the 9th. So this is like, you could probably get that help that you need for your business at this moment. However, closed mouths don't get fed. It's kind of that energy I'm getting. So you got to speak up. Also be open to, some sort of rearrangements that may be needed to get the business off its, off the ground, so to speak. Just a little slight transformation to what's already, formulated. So it's like the plan that you have already, it's nothing wrong with it. It just needs a little bit of tweaking, maybe, right? For, a better result, right? So submit to what needs to be changed, so to speak. There's some sort of change that needs to happen then, right? And don't let your attitude or your watch out for cruelty and wickedness within your attitudes or other people's too. Yeah, so the sincerity is what's needed here. Yeah, so make sure everything is just clear. You know what I mean? So if you do get the assistance, make sure it's not like blurred lines with it, you know, or some, you know, there's a catch to this help, so to speak. Make sure the help is sincere. Make sure everything is harmonized within, you know, whom you're relating with, or whom you're asking for the assistance for, or who that person who's looking to assist you, make sure they're sincere. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a catch to that assistance. Right? Yeah, that's key. So yeah, pay attention. Trust the intuition. This is the moon's last aspect. It's going to go into Sagittarius at 14:59. So that's for 2 hours and 59 minutes that the moon will be void. So for that 2 hours and 59 minutes, buyer's remorse, you know, don't do it. Be prudent. Where is that? The moon's at home. So moon's in the fourth. Accidental dignity. That's what they call it. That's what we call it. Right? So yeah, bring something forward to the home. I don't know. Take your mother some tikka masala. She never had it. Take it to her. Why not? She never had falafels. Take her some falafels. Why not? Lentil soup. Make your mother some lentil soup. Why not? Or get your mother the Circle 7 Holy Quran just for a gift and tell her to read it. Why not? Just do something benefic, you know, for your loved ones. Or for yourself. Go get yourself some lentil soup. Or some falafels. Right?
Of course.
Yumsville.
Yes, that's just making
no
me
dairy though. No dairy on the falafel, please.
Please. Yeah, why would you do that? That would ruin it. That would
We love tahini. We love tahini butter because it's sesame. You know, that vegan tahini is where it's at.
Oh.
No tzatziki, please.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no. No dairy, please. Don't do it to yourself. You're not a cow. So, yeah. Or, yeah. 1644. So 444. The Mars is going to square Uranus. They're at 1212. What are they at? 1224?
Pardon me. I hit 60 instead of 90. 1,000 pardons. Ooh. Yeah, hold on.
Oh.
No, I was hold on. 2 seconds. Again. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, wow.
All right. There we go. And hit next.
Of course.
That was weird.
Of course. Yeah, that was
but negative weird, not the controlling your
that
destiny.
Was Mother Nature doing Mother Nature. She does what she does. Yeah, so Mars, where are you?
Trying to say
Jack
the sixth house.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't stop, huh? Yeah, so Mars is in the 6th, and then Uranus is going to be in the 9th. This is cool. This is cool. You should definitely just go outside and read a book. Seriously, just do something. You'll meet someone very unique, you know, and they may have the exact same book that you have. That's possible. But maybe go work out too at this time. Go outside and go to the go work out at the elementary school gym if you don't have a gym membership or whatever. But yeah, this is just, you know, be yourself here, really. you should realize, or you will realize, because we're dealing with the sixth house. And the sixth house is like, as always, this is the house that's under your control. So this is like you realize that you're the master of your ship. The wheel is in your hand. How do you steer it, or how do you control it? So don't be, sporadic and to a detriment. Use your anger or your frustration constructively. So, instead of, let's say you're upset and you want to punch a wall. Instead of punching a wall, how about you go take an old TV and a sledgehammer and, destroy it that way. Like, something like that. More constructive than
one of those junkyards where people go and, get to tear stuff up, without any harm. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that would be great. That would be a good idea. Because your wall is like, you're gonna have to replace that.
Bro, wall ain't no fun, man.
Yeah, like that wouldn't be the wisest decision. So yeah, just find a way to channel that anger or that frustration. Or you can write a book. You can write a workout plan, or you can do some sort of yoga at this moment. Just keep your mind stimulated to not destroy, simply. And not destroying what is harming someone or yourself, so to speak. Yes. So, destroy the things within yourself that needs to be destroyed so you can, get to your higher self. And finding out those routines or that workout plan or that daily plan that needs to be incorporated or applied daily for, to get to the next level. So yeah, apply that discipline for structure. Discipline and structure are your best friends, right? And the last aspect for me is the sun and the moon. The moon and the sun, they're going to trine. Moon and Sag, sun and Aries, all that fire. Light that fire up under your ass. Yes. Third house, seventh house. Yeah. Literature time. If you're thinking about publishing a book, you should probably, consult your astrologer and see how these transits are happening in your chart, to see, the best result for that. However, this would be a great time definitely to, locally, let's say, show the people what you've produced, the literature or the knowledge that you've gained over the years, from your childhood to now. You've grown, so there's something that can be shown based on that growth. So get comfortable with that. Do the things that lights up your heart. Don't overburn yourself though. Don't burn yourself out. Use this energy, to create something useful for humanity at large. And the people closest to you too, and people that you relate with. Or that will be happening in general. You could see, someone closest to you creating something that may be needed in the community or locally. So then it will locally, help the community, and then it may go global. Very possible. So yeah, study yourself, people, with that moon, trine, sun, fire. And I will yield the floor to Alim. Islam.
Islam, bro. Alrighty, so it's Wednesday. If I'm saying this correctly, miércoles for Spanish, or the Mercury day. So March 23rd, we've got the sunrise. And with that sun now being in Aries, people are probably more inclined to get up and go, maybe get up and go work out, or just kind of really get into the swing of things that they really want now. That when they wake up, they feel this more creative fire energy. instead of kind of like maybe a sluggish, winterish energy. And I'll yield for that and get to my first aspect. And we have Luna sextiling Mars. So we have Luna, where you at? There we go. We got Luna at 13 degrees, 5 minutes Sagittarius in the 5th house. And we have Mars at 13 degrees, 13 degrees, 5 minutes Aquarius. I'll say that's in the 8th, right? Yeah, 30, 16. All right, in the 8th house. So we have, actually just to go back to what my brother Hasan said earlier, when it comes to this Mercury being in Pisces, we have Luna at the degree of acting, and we have Mars at the degree of beauty and literature. So also what my magnificent brother Jagger just said when it comes about publishing the literature and getting with your astrologer, this is a good time right now when it comes to our emotions and self-ambition. New opportunities for growth present themselves to bring enlightenment and beauty to our imagination. Acting like we have our hopes and wishes and being the vision of ourselves that we see in our mind will bring that to manifest that into the physical, right? And let's see, transforming the limited outlook that we have of the world.
Wow.
And also, with this, so now when we take this limited outlook of what we have at the world, right, from what we were taught, with this aspect, there's this opportunity for growth with the emotions and the drive, right? So watch how things now become revealed of what's hidden below that could have been overlooked or had just always been waiting to be uncovered and taken advantage of. Mother wisdom and the humanitarian drive to raise the social consciousness and awareness. All right, and I will yield for that testimony for Luna sextiling Mars. And I will get to my next aspect. And we have Mercury conjunct Neptune. So we got still on Wednesday. Let's see, 1300 hours, 43 minutes, 42 seconds, right? So we have Mercury at 23 degrees, 16 minutes Pisces. And then we have, Neptune when it's that conjunction as in oneness at the same degree as well. And if my math was correct, that this aspect will occur 28 minutes before exact conjunct the fixed star Marcab. If I am correct, as because we'll take 1 degree and 21 minutes, so about roughly around there. If my math was correct, we'll go through and check that. But just to get into the testimony, this is a time.
My apologies, my mic was off. What was your math on again?
Oh, the fixed star Marcab. This aspect occurs about 28 minutes before that exact, and I use 1 degree 21 minutes. So let's go down and see.
Yeah, about 128 now where we are.
Yeah, so Marcab 1 degree 20 minutes. So about 23 degrees, 50 minutes, 40 minutes around there. So, extremely.
Let's see if you add 28, 42, 50. Yeah, you're right. 23, 50. Yeah, exactly correct.
And so this is just really close, right? So when it comes to that fixed star Marcab, using the Encyclopedia of Astrology, it's honors, danger from fire, fever, cuts, and blows. And, at 7 Hill Star, we are not doom and gloom, but we will give you what we see and give our delineations. So I'm going to get right into it. That is a great opportunity to make or take notes of any dreams or moments of inspiration, right? Seeing deeper and beyond the illusions between our self-worth and the overthinking thoughts that, tries to trick us into not feeling enough. A spiritual rebirth after a tower moment that brings clarity to the inner development, the choices that we have made, that we have learned from, and also, self-undoing the materialization of our self-projected actions. And finally, the effects of those actions and forces outside of our control. And then let's go a little more insight. There also may see some people be receiving honors given to them that have been in service, or we can see an expansion of smaller or unknown groups and associations. And finally, just be extra cautious when it comes to dealing with any fire, health, and sharp objects. And I will yield for that testimony for Mercury conjunct Neptune. And I'll get to my next one. We'll have Luna sextiling Venus, right? So we have Luna at 16 degrees, 47 minutes, Sagittarius in the third house. And we have Venus at 16 degrees, 47 minutes, and Aquarius in the fifth house. All right, so which is the Luna being at a critical degree and Venus being about, let's see, 1 degree and 47 minutes past the angel point. A very important point in astrology. With that, so I'll just give a quick testimony as this is an opportunity to connect the emotions pertaining to women and the mindsets of the masses with higher learning principles. Love principles unite the wealth of the people and clears up any status confusion when it comes to being a nation amongst or within nations. So really just a great opportunity to connect mentally and emotionally, and just not tossing out reason, it's understanding your feelings and your thoughts and how you feel, and then getting with those who might think more, I won't say more, use more reason in how they act, so that you can use that to also square up your own character. And for that, I will yield and get into my final testimony. And we will have Luna squaring, quartiling, or a challenge aspect with Jupiter. All right, so yeah, Luna squaring Jupiter. Pardon me. Where we at with it? All right. So we had 2,300 hours, 59 minutes, 19 seconds. So, kind of right, towards what they say midnight. So we have Luna at 19 degrees, 27 minutes, Sagittarius in the first house. And we have Jupiter at 19 degrees, 27 minutes, Pisces in the fourth. So when it comes to Luna being in Sagittarius, squaring Jupiter and Pisces, this is just a great time to, get uncomfortable when it comes to emotions so that we can grow. And I'll go into the testimony as to a time to where the comfortable emotions gets tested by growth opportunities and knowledge that is foreign or quote unquote, not what they believe, end quote. Also a time to where the collective needs and interests of the people have this burning, passionate fire to really connect with themselves and also connect with others. And let's see, and people also want to be properly represented by quote unquote elected officials. And with the Jupiter, or AKA Guru, he wants to expand the mindset with loving wisdom that brings quote unquote heaven to the mental, and surrendering to nature's law and not dogma. And for that, I will yield for Luna squaring Jupiter, so just opportunity to grow past our emotions. Sometimes stability does get tested to improve the foundation. And I will yield. Islam, bros.
Islam.
Indeed, Islam. So with that being said, guys, let me stop the screen share. Thank you to my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Terrell, Tamari Bey, and Brother Sean Alim L. Guys, I know that Brother Sean went in lovely on Monday on the website, guys. So I'm just going to just very briefly myself just go in on here, guys, to show you why we do this every Wednesday, this community service that we give to you guys. And for under 50 cents a day, you can assist in making sure your favorite astrologers have the sustenance necessary to continue to bring you this every cycle, right? So let me show you guys how you can give 50 cents a day for what we do here, right? Of course, when you go to 7heelstar.com, guys, welcome to 7heelstar.com. Subscribe now to receive free weekly gifts and study materials directly to your inbox. So subscribe to our email list. And you guys know we are 7 Heel Star. Astrology certified. We are professional astrologers. However, first and foremost, our certification comes from us being national. We are not looking for any de facto corporations, and none of our pale skin sons or daughters to actually, approve us or certify us. No disrespect to our sons and daughters. However, we are being Moorish American for real per our Zodiac Constitution. And we know that we have the right to express ourselves through our own free national press. And in doing so, we have not only come up with our own protocol for our astrology, provided that, we held our hand out there all the day long to see which, even elders that finally do astrology classes. We was like, hey, let's all work together. But, once we learned that, you got to just keep it moving, plant the seed and just keep it moving. You can't sit there and watch things grow. So in keeping it moving, guys, you see that we have that certification there for ourselves, as well as going out into the world and being amongst, taking our place amongst the affairs of men while, soon receiving other certifications from our, sons and daughters, so to speak, in times to manifest. So guys, when you come on here to 7heelstar.com, guys, I'm just going to scroll on right down to the section why we do this every Wednesday, our community service that we're given on Ilowa Raphael for your personal full year 7heelstar astro calendar and transits report, right, guys? You click on that there and you will see, guys, that you can sign up for it. And, when you get it, guys, and we get the invoice or whatever, guys, you know what I mean? Get the email or whatever, we'll take care of it. But what it is, guys, it's 180 units. Oh my God, why are the Moors asking for 180 units? Well, it's a full year calendar, so it's less than 50 cents a day for you to get a calendar and a transit report. So that's a lot of PDFs that I have to compile and on my computer, on my, my hard drive, so it's definitely almost next to nothing, guys. However, to respect our energy and respect the designing that went into it and, the editing that goes into it as we do new, calendars, also, to set them for you guys to be, ready and available like that, guys. Yes, 180 units in lieu of lawful money. All righty, for your personal full year 7heelstar astro calendar and transits report. All righty. So with that being said, guys, I will also say, guys, just make sure you check out the rest of the website. You don't know who we are. You want to know who we be, right? Right. You guys can go on and click more and click the About Us page. You will see there, you will find diverse testimonies on who I am. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here at Morocco at Northwest of Mexico with my magnificent brothers, Corey Bey, Terrell Tamari Bey, Alim L, and Benjamin Bey. And those links to the left of them all are active. And you can communicate also via Instagram on the DM also. And for you guys that want to know who's behind this and who gave them the right and who said whatever, that's that final, thing there. It's at the top, but it's also at the bottom on this alpha and omega kind of fashion for you guys to actually check out that one sheet, which is actually 3 sheets, guys, but you can check out that PDF and it is interactive and clickable. So all those links are clickable. All right, for you guys to get that checked it on out. All right, so make sure you guys check it on out. I have some actual, modifications to make to the website so that Brother Corey's Astro Core session and Brother Terrell Tamari Bey's Jaguar Solar sessions reflect mirror sessions also, along with, because you guys see I have the mirror session. That's my thing. That's how you guys know me. That's always been, what I do. But I want that to also reflect also. So when people come from mirror sessions, you guys can see. Actually, we're all certified for it. It's just that, Brother Sean's providing how he's providing what he's providing. For Brother Corey and Brother Terrell, you guys will see it. You can get the mirror sessions done through them also. For those of you that have your health insurance situations there, get your invoices from us so that you can be reimbursed through your health insurance providers. So, and thank you for that. So shout out to Jay. Bing, bing. That's a shout out to our beloved daughter in whom we're well pleased. All righty. So with that being said, any other questions, comments, and or suggestions from my magnificent brothers? Going once.
So I'm gonna read a little passage from As a Man Thinketh real fast.
Let's do it. That's
Real
exciting.
quick.
I
Real
yield.
quick. I advise you to get the book. It's very short and sweet. So look, it's I'm referencing this because of the full moon, which you're gonna, and based off of the testimonies that you just heard. So just pay attention. So man is a growth by law. So, law, nature's law, like Brother Sean mentioned, nature's law. Man is a growth by law and not a creation by artifice. And cause and effect is an absolute and undeviating in the hidden realm of thought as in the world of visible and material things. Right? A noble and godlike character is not a thing of favor or chance, but is the natural result of continued effort in right thinking, the effect of long cherished association with godlike thoughts. An ignoble and bestial character, by the same process, is the result of the continued harboring of groveling thoughts. Man is made or unmade by himself.
That's beautiful, brother. That's an excellent share. That thoroughly resonates with me, and I definitely thank you for sharing that gratitude, bro. That is amazing. Any other questions, comments, and/or suggestions besides be yourself and donate? Questions, comments, and/or suggestions going once.
That's what we just read. That we just read "Be Yourself and Donate" in a different format.
Technically, right? Exactly, right? Exactly, exactamundo, correct?
Yeah.
So let me make sure there's no comments right here. Great presentation
What you say,
as
Brother Sean?
usual.
I said, even extra parables.
Indeed, going around the point.
He made the point and went around it. Yeah.
Right. So shout out to Bloodline Moors in the chat. That's Brother Ara, RH Sleen Bey. That's Brother Ronnie. Peace greetings. Epic Studies. I think that's Brother Sariel Bey. JL. Peace greetings to you also. And Daily Discipline in some of the comments. Am I tripping or is the volume out? I don't think so, guys. I hope it's not. They're saying no sound, still no sound. Never mind. I can hear on my phone. Okay, that was Brother Ara in there. Let's see. All right. So are you guys indeed? And Brother Ronnie says dope book there, Brother Terrell. So to you all, thank you all so much for joining us. Share this with your loved ones. Share it out on your social medias, guys, because we're not doing this for any fame or nobility. I know, we're some handsome brothers that the ladies can't keep their hands off of. Unless we just keep ourselves isolated as we do, so that we, because boy, like my brother said, not in lower self here, but it's like a rap he said in his rap Copycat. Shout out to Silent Seven, Brother Jermaine X, right? Still in the Nation of Islam under the Caliph of Islam, Emmanuel Abdullah Muhammad. However, he is Silent Seven, who a lot of you guys may think, King Los, that he calls himself. Got this style or whatever, but I'm telling you, him and Silent Seven were grown up. They grew up under Brother Romello of Muhammad's Temple of Islam #1 when it comes to that rap stuff. So one of Jermaine's lines was, I dress less because when I'm fresh, it's too easy to bone abroad. Right. But I'm just saying that was one of his lines. And what I'm saying is in that, with that right thinking, what happens is, and I'm not saying that, I'm knocking all the right thinking with that, what I just said out my mouth just now. What I'm actually saying is the fact that when you actually recognize what things are and what they need to be, you'll realize that the right thinking, it should be around other right thinking. You don't want to be a right thinker and then you don't want to be noble and then you take on someone ignoble. And, then you're going to have an equilibrium happen. Just like if you put something 80 degrees next to something 50 degrees, they're going to balance out at against, 65-ish, something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bad. Yeah, they're both going to equalize at an equilibrium of 65 degrees. So, you want things to increase. However, guys, I'm about to get on and grab my alkalinity things or whatever so I can have some delicious alkaline food to enjoy. So, guys, this has been great. We're actually finished like 9 minutes before the goal here. So this is great. So, again, guys, be yourselves and donates. All righty. We love you all. Namaste to you all. Namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam.
He said
Islam.